Saved by the Slits. Imagine being 22 years old, completely unconscious, standing upright on a Las Vegas casino floor at 4 a.m., and nobody notices. Not your boss, not the angry gambler in front of you, and not even the multi-million-dollar surveillance cameras overhead. How? Well, today I'm going to tell you how my ancestral genetics, specifically, my micro-narrow Asian eyes, literally saved my career from a total Las Vegas disaster. Let's rewind a bit. I was a freshly squeezed, zero-experience rookie dealer. I'd spent just 3 months scraping by in a sketchy, rundown casino downtown. And then, the heavens opened, and a massive, glorious, nepotism parachute deployed into my life. Thanks to my uncle's heavy-duty connections, I landed a gig at the legendary Hacienda, which you guys now know as Mandalay Bay. Now, back then, the Hacienda was a place where you couldn't even submit a resume unless you had at least 5 years of hard labor in the trenches. Yet, there I was, a 3-month-old infant dealer, strolling right through the front gates, while my dealer school classmates were wiping down tear-soaked chips at third-rate joints. I was riding the high-speed express lane to the big leagues. But hey, there's no free lunch in Sin City. The moment I stepped onto that floor, my back was completely fried by the literal laser beam glares of veteran seniors who had been waiting a decade for this spot. If looks could kill, I would have been buried under the Las Vegas Strip on day one. And my manual skills? Absolutely pathetic. Customers probably looked at me and wondered, is that a human dealer? Or a glitching, broken shuffling machine? Whenever a high roller placed a big bet, my hands turned into literal vibrators. Cards took a vertical nosedive straight to the floor, and chips went sliding in every single direction. It was an absolute circus. The only reason management didn't fire me on the spot was because my brain calculated complex roulette payouts like a damn NASA supercomputer. So, they basically decided to fossilize me at the roulette wheel to keep me from destroying the blackjack tables. But my designated roulette table came with a catch. It was originally owned by Paul, an 87-year-old veteran dealer. Even at nearly 90, this man's math skills were on par with Google's AlphaGo. Unfortunately, before I could even get to know him, Paul got scouted by the ultimate CEO in the sky. Word on the street was that Grandpa Paul spun his final roulette ball, called the winning number, and dramatically closed his eyes forever. Right there at the table. Talk about commitment to the job. To make things extra spooky, management pinned a memorial plaque with his birth and death years right next to where I stood. So yes, folks, without any warning, a terrified 22-year-old rookie was forced to work the graveyard shift at a table, literally haunted by the ghost of the deceased. Speaking of the graveyard shift, my rookie schedule was permanently set to the absolute worst hours humanly possible, 4 a.m. to 12 p.m. One dead morning, I was standing at my empty table, floating around like a brain-dead zombie because there were no players. Suddenly, Mr. G, the terrifying pit boss, crept up and thrust his face exactly 3 inches away from mine. He stared at me intently for what felt like an eternity. He was analyzing my facial features like an FBI profiler. Finally, he broke the silence and whispered,
"Oh, my bad. Your eyes are so small. I thought you were asleep."
Boom. That was the moment I realized my superpower. Sure, nowadays people pay thousands of dollars for that sleek, sophisticated, monolid look. But back in the baby boomer era, my eye shape was razor sharp and micro-narrow. My face possessed a natural, military-grade camouflage mechanism. Nobody could tell whether my eyes were open or shut. The ultimate crisis hit exactly 1 week later. I was dead body tired. It was 4 a.m., the casino was dead, silent, and standing at that haunted roulette table, my brain completely short-circuited. I involuntarily entered a state of deep REM sleep. I was pulling off the highly advanced, legendary ninja skill of sleeping while standing completely upright. Suddenly, reality shattered. A customer slammed his hand on the layout. "Hey, give me some chips." My eyes snapped open, but I played it smoother than James Bond. I smoothly reached for the chips as if I'd been waiting for him my whole life. Honestly, to this day, I have absolutely no idea how long I was unconscious before he arrived. It could have been 5 minutes, it could have been 30. But guess what? Nobody noticed. Not the player, not Mr. G, and definitely not the eye in the sky, the casino's multi-million-dollar surveillance room. Why? Because whether my eyes were wide awake or fast asleep, they looked like the exact same thin, horizontal line. The cameras couldn't track my eyelids. My ancestors' DNA had bypassed the most sophisticated security system. In Las Vegas, that was the exact moment the micro eyes passed down by generations. Saved my entire career. Not long after that, I got headhunted by the Sahara Hotel for much better pay and conditions, which is where my career truly took off. Looking back, I used to wonder, is the casino life really for me? But after surviving the hacienda, I realized being a dealer is my absolute divine calling. I mean, let's be real, you will never find a pair of eyes better optimized for a world-class poker face and a high-stakes stealth nap. If you want to hear more wild stories from my 45 years in the casino industry, make sure to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next episode.